All right, we'll start with the news and get to the story. 6 more items containing classified documents found in President Biden's Wilmington home on Friday by the FBI. Our next guest knows a thing or two about classified intelligence, being trusted with some of the country's top secrets as CIA director and then Secretary of State. With me right now, the author of a brand new book, Mike Pompeo. His book is called Never Give an Inch and joins us. It is great. And Mr. Secretary, great to see you. Congratulations. Titanic piece of work. First off, what you glean from what we've been through over the last 3 weeks, these at least 25 to 30 documents, which could be 40 pages.
Yeah,
This says
absolutely.
one. How did this happen in your mind? Can you see how it happened?
It's very hard to explain. They indicate some of these documents came from his time in the Senate. When I was on the House Intelligence Committee, nothing ever left the secure facility. It was on the table. You walked in. When you left, it was on the table. Yeah, something's really not right here. I think we don't know all the facts yet. It is really troubling that there were so many documents for so long in unsecure space. I hope we get to the bottom of it.
All right, so you put together your book, and you talk about, that's it. This is going to be my last term in Congress. It's 2016. You just came off the Benghazi hearings, very stressful. And then all of a sudden, even though you went to bat for Marco Rubio, Mike Pence reaches out to you and says, Mike, would you take a position with the Trump team now that he won the election? And then they came back with the CIA, and you thought, what?
I thought, oh my goodness, a chance to serve America in another way. I write about this in the book. My wife and I we'd been elected in my 4th term from Congress for the south central part of the state of Kansas, and we were kind of finished. And then I got this incredible opportunity, and the president never hesitated to remind me, oh yeah, you're the Rubio guy. And
right.
But we developed a fantastic relationship, and for 4 years we delivered really good outcomes. And I get a chance in Never Give an Inch to tell these stories. They're exciting, they're interesting, they're fun, they're about family and life, but they're also an inside look of how we delivered America First foreign policy and protected the American people.
You walk into the CIA and you realize it's a damaged unit. McKinsey does a study. John Brennan, you thought was terrible. He's even worse than you thought. In what respect?
Oh, goodness. He wouldn't use the word spying, just for starters, right? Director Brennan said, no, the CIA doesn't spy. You should know the CIA does great espionage work. And I was determined to get our team back in the field. It matters. We need to go collect this information so our decision makers have what they need. He'd politicized that place. You remember they had just done the Russia report, the famous thing that became the basis for the 2.5 years of the Russia hoax. And Director Brennan signed on to this Russian report. And on January 6, 2017, just before the president was confirmed, they went up to Trump Tower and basically told the president he was a Russian asset. It was indecent. They knew differently. And the book talks about this and how it impacted our ability to deliver.
I mean, I read Kellyanne Conway's book. You read the book by now Nikki Haley's book comes out. Mike Pence's book comes out. Jared Kushner's book comes out. You have an interesting take. You got along with John Kelly. You always got along with the general. But one thing the president did make a mistake on. He should have gotten out of the Iranian deal day one. Waiting long hurt, but your aggressive push on Iran, you think helped.
Absolutely. It kept Americans more safe. Our partner in the Middle East, the Israelis, were safer as a result of this. You remember, President Trump campaigns on getting out of the deal, and then there's resistance inside the State Department, inside the Defense Department, from America's most senior leader, Secretary Tillerson, my predecessor, didn't want to get out of the deal. And so we don't get out until I've been the Secretary of State for 2 weeks.
He wanted to make you Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense. You called that a nutty idea. That would have been a first.
It was a nutty idea. I would concur. I think it might have just been a passing moment, but he and Chief Meadows both said, hey, what do you think? It was towards the end of the time. We'd been through a bunch of secretaries of defense, and I think the president had come to trust me. And I write in this story about staying on mission, focused for America. And I think that's what the president was saying. He says, Mike, I'm confident you're delivering, and maybe you can do them both. That would have been nuts.
Getting through this book, talking to you before, my opinion only, that you're going to be on that stage debating against the former president of the United States. I believe Mike Pence is going to be there, too. Would you be reluctant to debate your former boss about the future of the country and how you're a better option than him as president?
Now, Never Give an Inch talks about this. This is about explaining to the American people the rationale for someone to be president of the United States. It'll be a great debate. It'll be an exciting set of conversations that the Republicans will have. I hope the American people will listen to everybody who steps forward and makes the case, and then make their informed judgment. Then we'll see what happens.
The one thing about you will not be intimidated. Never Give an Inch. We'll talk about it on radio in about a half hour.
Thanks.
It's just the beginning. It's a great book. Thanks so much for writing it.
Yes, sir.
And thanks for coming in today.
Thank you.
And tomorrow it officially is out.
Out tomorrow.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.